This is Jael Lorenzi with the HETV Game of the Week. The Schaumburg Saxons at home will be taking on the Fremd Vikings. The Fremd Vikings, it'll be interesting how they respond after that meltdown last week, that 42-30 shellacking that they took from the Conan Cougars. It'll be interesting also to see after the January 9th showdown where Schaumburg was up by 9 points late in the fourth quarter, but had a complete meltdown and lost that game to the Fremd Vikings 52-51. This is a great matchup. Stay tuned.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
tip-off is controlled by Fremd.
The 33, Patrick Banka. Out drives the baseline. Number 30 off the rim. Can't get it to go for Peyton Kim.
And he looked like he was a little excited there, trying to get his offensive game going early.
Peyton had that big shot last time these two played. They knocked down the 3 in the closing seconds to give Fremd the win. So Schaumburg looking for a little payback here, and that's off the hands of number 32.
Brendan Parker couldn't get the handle on it, passed by Marquise Woodard. And it's out of bounds, Vikings ball, and they'll bring it up the court. Peyton Kim picking it up, half court.
Fremd working it, trying to set something up here. Moving it around the horn. Good defense by Schaumburg. Oh, and throws that one away. There's a turnover.
And Kraske throws it away for the Vikings, and Schaumburg will obtain possession here. Yeah, early on we see it appears they have the jitters. The intensity level's there. You can see it on the defensive end. But both teams turning it over early on here.
And Fremd may be remembering how they fell behind last time these two played and wanting to get out. There's wide open under the basket.
Brendan Parker with the pass to Rushing, cutting to the basket, easy layup. Good play.
So 2-0, Conant takes the lead. That's off a Conant defender. So Fremd will be inbounding it. So Schaumburg able to draw first blood here. Let's see if Fremd can answer.
And Schaumburg playing tight defense here against the Vikings.
There's a penalty that does not count. We'll see what the call is. So number 15, Jason
Shue called for the foul.
Gets the call on that, so Fremd to get it inbounds. They do. And there, had it knocked away, number 15.
And Woodard, number 10, picks off Xavier Williams, goes to the basket and misses an easy layup. Now Patrick Banka will go the other way, trying to set up something. Schoftal for 3, and it's good. Zach Schoftal, you cannot leave him alone out there, 3-point range. And I know the Vikings are trying to redeem themselves tonight after that 42-31 shellacking last week to Conant.
Driving the lane and in and good.
And Jason Shue using the glass.
Making up for that last miss. So Fremd back on offense. With the 1-point lead, 4-3. Schaumburg leading Fremd here. And there's another knocked away again by Shue.
Out of bounds, Vikings ball, but you got to give it to the Saxons. They're playing so intense on defense, and good defense, good hands, but knocked out of bounds by Schaumburg.
Well, the Saxons very intense here. They're all over the Vikings.
Woodard picking up Peyton Kim. And Schaumburg's guards, they're picking up the Vikings guards from outside. Xavier Williams misses off the glass miserably there.
So Conant back on the offensive. Fall away jumper for 3, no good. So Fremd back, blocked. Brendan Parker able to get a paw on that one, breaks up the pass. Great defense here for the Saxons so far tonight. Back into the middle. Can't get it to go. Shue off the rim.
And a great pass by Rombos to Shue, but Shue couldn't finish there at the basket.
And Schaumburg's had their chances. They've missed a couple wide open shots. And there's a foul.
And Schaftel's aggressive tonight, and he goes to the basket and he's fouled.
Demetrios Rambos picking up that penalty.
This is going to be an interesting game tonight. You can see the intensity levels from the beginning tip. Both teams.
Sofshaw picks up the first of the two. Tie score 4-4. Chance to give Fremd the lead. And he does. So Zach Sofshaw with all 5 points here for the Vikings tonight to start the evening. And there's another 2. Number 25, Demetrios Rambos gets on the scoring tally.
And Rambos aggressive offensively early on here. Woodard almost steals it from Peyton Kim.
And there he does.
And call for the foul. Well, it's actually Schaumburg's ball.
Yeah, so that was a good steal.
Great play. Great play by Woodard. Picking up Peyton Kim, half court. Aggressive defense. And he gets the steal, he gets the turnover.
Here's the three-pointer, no good, it's short.
Rambos from three-point range misses there.
So Schaumburg outplaying Fremd here tonight, just not getting their shots to drop. Oh, travel.
Xavier Williams called for the travel going to the basket, and he held on to it a little too long.
I was wondering if there might have been a reach in on that, but no.
All ball by Brendan Parker.
So Woodard bringing it up. Oh, trying for the give and go. Off on Fremd, so Schaumburg will get the inbound.
And you see a lot of players for the Saxons just constantly moving, cutting to the basket.
Underneath and good. 2 points.
Great pass from Woodard to Charlie Quillico.
So Schaumburg spreading the scoring around, whereas Fremd, it's all Sofshaw.
Oh, and Woodard almost steals it from Peyton again. Kyle Sliwa goes up, misses. Patrick Benka, they fight for the rebound. And Schaumburg comes up with the rebound with the loose ball. And the Saxons early on applying the pressure defensively here.
Saxon's looking very good. Starting to look like the last game where Fremd came back in the last seconds to steal it. Schaumburg having a lot of tuck luck.
And Quillico drives, goes up, and he's fouled.
Schaumburg having a lot of tough luck this season, losing games late.
They played really well this year, though.
They have.
They've lost some heartbreaking, they've had some heartbreaking losses, but they've played really well. It's not for lack of effort, that's for sure.
Definitely not. So Quillico at the line. Gonna shoot 2. So Aaron Klein checking into the lineup. First shot, no good off the back of the rim. Second one rattles around and drops. So a 9-5 lead for Schaumburg. There's that press defense. Oh, forces the timeout.
Hey, you know what? It's interesting because this looks similar to the last game that these two teams played on January 9th, where Fremd came back from a 9-point deficit late in the game and won the game by a 3-point shot from Peyton Kim and won the game 52-51. And I'm sure that Schaumburg has not forgotten that.
No doubt. That was a really tough loss. Now, bet it hasn't sat well with them. So Schaumburg and Fremd just one game apart. If Schaumburg's able to come away with the win, they'll both be tied at 4-3. Right now, Fremd up by 1 game in the division.
And this would be a big-time win for the Saxons, definitely.
It sure would. A revenge game and a chance to get back in contention for the MSL lead.
And Rombles picks up Peyton Kim at half court.
Well, we got a foul away from the ball. Fremd's turning it over. It'll be Conant inbounding it here. Got some substitution. Brendan Parker back in. Aaron Klein takes a seat.
Connor Garrity also takes a seat. And so we have rushing Quilico, Brendan Parker, Demetrius Rombles, and Jason Shue on the court for
drive.
Schaumburg.
Oh, in and good.
And Quilico aggressively goes to the basket, drives baseline, good shot.
Kind of off balance when he put that one up, but it falls. 11-5, Schaumburg with the lead. This Fremd offense just being stifled. Penalty underneath. There's some contact. Quilico probably going to pick this one up. No, it's against rushing. So foul on rushing.
Yeah, he gave up position on Brian Domke down low, and the only way he could recover was to foul him. So
driving the base and in.
Sliwa drives baseline to the basket, and it's good.
So
easy layup.
The first points for Sliwa and the first for Fremd by somebody not named Sofshaw. 11-7. Oh, bad pass.
Sliwa with the steal, and he's fouled as soon as he steals the ball by Quilico. And both of these teams have multiple scorers on their teams, so.
Just got to get some of the Fremd shooters to have their balls go through the hoop. So far, very one-dimensional tonight.
Well, it's not uncharacteristic of the Vikings to start off slow. It happens often.
Spinning shot off the glass, no good. Last second shot, air ball, couldn't get it to fall. But at the end of the first quarter, it's 11-7, Schaumburg with the lead, and Schaumburg playing just stifling defense.
Ironic as it may sound, Fremd, they have Schaumburg right where they want them. Being down 11-7, because this is characteristic of the Vikings, where they fall behind early, they don't lose their poise, they're a poised bunch, good fundamental sound basketball, and they play tough defense, and they're a poised bunch, and they don't wilt under pressure. So you have to play 48 minutes against them, and you have to make sure that from the beginning of the tip to the end of the game that you play tough defense.
That's definitely what Coach Bob Wydlowski has got to be hoping for here, that he can get his players to go from start to finish. Finish strong.
And with that being said, I mean, you don't want your team to get used to falling behind and trying to depend on making those last minute 3-point shots, but they've been here before, so they're familiar with this.
But someday that luck is going to run out.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have to see if it's tonight.
We will find out, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So Quilico gets the ball inbounds. Oh, almost stolen there by Schaffsall.
Oh, and Rambos to Parker, cutting to the basket for an easy layup. And the Saxons are up 13-7 with 7:49 left in the second quarter.
Parker's first points of the night. Oh, in the paint.
And
Kyle Sliwa
with a soft jump shot in the paint.
So that gives him 4 on the evening. So Schaumburg moving the ball, looking for something. Give and go out to number 35. Oh, off the iron. Well, Fremd got away with one on that. It looked like Shu kind of got mugged a little bit under there. Wide open drive. Oh, rejected. 34 goes up strong. Kenny Travis
with the rejection. He comes over from the weak side and rejects Schaftel going to the basket. And it looked like he had a clear path to the basket. And out of nowhere, Kenny Travis comes out and
looked like
swats
he had a wide open lane there. Travel. Schaffsall turns it over.
And the thing about it is with Schaffsall, he just has to remain calm. In the last game against Conant, I think he became frustrated early on, and that affected the play of his entire team, because it was something that was it was contagious and it spread through the entire team, the frustration. So you can't allow that to happen in this game.
Well, it's easy to happen when you fall behind to a team you think that you're probably going to beat. Oh, under the basket, wide open.
Kenny Travis with a beautiful pass to Brendan Parker underneath, under the basket for an easy layup.
That's 4 points for Parker.
And you got to be impressed with the passing of the Saxons tonight. Patrick Benka goes up, and he's fouled by Parker. What a shot. And he makes the shot.
So, chance for a 3-point play here.
I didn't think that shot had a prayer. I didn't think it had a prayer. And he was double teamed.
Oh, can't get it to go.
But Benka misses the free throw.
15-11. Schaumburg with the lead.
Quilico drives. Kicks it back out to Rambos. Rambos drives to the basket in the paint. Puts up a shot. Nice. It's good.
A lot of arc on that shot, and it just swishes through.
And Schaftel tries to return the favor with the 3, but it's no good.
Well, a little shove there by number 42, Brian Domke for Fremd. And Domke's going to take a seat.
And I think the Vikings, they just have to slow down a little bit. You know, they're rushing things. As soon as they get down court, they're taking these low percentage shots, and it's just not working out.
Oh, spinning shot way short.
Air ball by Benka. And I think the frustration's starting to set in with the Vikings early on here.
They're definitely pressing. So Woodard brings it up. Oh, well, has it stripped, but Quilico able to round it up. And then he gets stripped.
And Schaftel handling the ball, passes to Williams. Sliwa in the corner, double teamed. Passes back out to Benka in the corner.
That's what we saw last week. Conant forcing a lot of long shots, a lot of outside shots.
And the thing about it is that once the shots weren't falling, the Vikings became frustrated. And I think Xavier Williams should have been called for a travel on that play. And that's just going to add to the frustration.
So Schaufsel picks up another penalty.
And you got to give the Saxons credit with their defense. They're turning up the intensity here. And it seems to be frustrating the Vikings.
So Woodard setting up for the next go-round. And another foul. That went away from the ball.
And Rushing with his second foul of the game early on here in the first half.
So Schaumburg mistakes keeping Fremd in this one. Oh, nice cut underneath, reverse layup, and
great
scores.
pass by Benka to Xavier Williams, cutting underneath the basket for the easy layup. And they needed this. They need something like this just to give them a little momentum.
Williams' first points of the evening. Cuts it to a 4-point deficit. Chance to shave it to 3. 17-13.
And Fremd has so much firepower. They've got Kraske on the team. They have Peyton Kim. They have Benka. They have Schaufsel. They have Sliwa. So there's no lack of offensive firepower out there. They just have to slow it down and not turn the ball over. And Williams with the free throw, and it's good.
So Fremd drawing within 3 here. See if Schaumburg can answer.
Brendan Parker for 3, and it's good.
That one from way downtown. He was about 5 feet outside the arc when that one went
He's showing off
up.
his range there, huh?
I guess. That would have been 3 in the pro game.
Most definitely.
Double team, able to break it.
And the Vikings have to be careful not to try to get into a 3-point shootout here with the Saxons and just play their game, maintain their composure, and the Vikings turn it over here.
So Benka picking up the foul there.
Again, like I said, they have to try to maintain their composure.
So Benka going to pull up some bench. Coach letting him cool down a little bit. 3:26 left in the second period. Schaumburg with a 6-point lead here.
And Rombo's picked up by Peyton Kim.
Cross-hand dribble. Gets across the half court. Now has that pass blocked. Gets it back. Now Fremd putting on the tight defense. Schaumburg having trouble getting inside now. Here's a nice, rejected.
And Rombos tries to go up for the shot, and Sliwa all over and swats it away.
Tackled from behind there by number 4, Kyle Sliwa.
And that's what I mean by maintaining your composure. I mean, he makes a great play and swats the shot from Demetrius Rombos, but then he scrambles after the ball and fouls Demetrius going for the ball, and that's just, those are silly fouls you don't want your team to commit. Down low, Brendan Parker spins around with the baby hook, and it's good.
That's 6 for Parker tonight. 22-14, Schaumburg with the lead.
And the Vikings should try to get Ryan Kraske going down low to open up the outside game.
Fremd just not able to solve the stifling defense. Oh, travel. Fremd definitely pressing here, making a lot of unforced errors.
And I think part of it is they're coming unraveled through their own frustration, and at the same time the Saxons are just applying the pressure defensively as well and making it very difficult for them.
Schaffstall pleading his case.
Ryan
Krafsky, sorry.
And I think he has a case. I don't know why there was a foul called. I mean, there was no... He established position and was called for the foul.
So Shu with the first free throw. Looks like a technical. Gets both of them. Then 4 points on the night for Shu. 24-14. Schaumburg extends the lead to 10.
So Kenny Travis comes in the game and Krasky will come out. Check that. Aaron Klein will come in. And Krasky comes out for the Vikings.
So Fremd wants a timeout. They need to talk it over.
This has turned into a 10-point deficit for the Vikings, but quickly. I mean, they were playing horribly and turning the ball over, and they couldn't get anything started offensively, but they were still chipping away and only down by 4, down by 6. But a 10-point lead with all the frustration mounting is going to be interesting how they rebound from this.
Only 2:15 left in the second quarter. It'll be interesting to see if Fremd can pull it back together before the second half. So Coach Widlowski trying to rally his team down there. Trying to help them pull it back together. Take a little breather. Get your breath, regain your composure, and then go back out and play your game.
He's got to be telling them, we've done everything wrong up to this point. You know, just slow it down. Slow it down. You don't want that snowball to turn into an avalanche.
Well, so Schaumburg back to work here on offense. Fremd trying to turn up the defensive heat. Shu able to break through that press. Schaumburg working the ball again. Oh, cuts into the middle and travel.
And Connor Garrity called for the travel. The Saxons will turn the ball over.
Garrity was going to go up with it and thought better and couldn't stop himself. Took the step.
It's almost like the wide receiver that starts running downfield before he even catches the ball. But in this particular case, he actually had the ball in his hand, but he thought about it too much.
Looked up, saw the defender right in his face.
Well, they
Didn't
say
have time to change.
They say you study long, you study wrong.
Yeah. Oh, bad pass, but able to pull it back in is Sliwa.
Let's see if the Vikings can get something going inside or cutting to the basket. Aaron Klein called for the foul.
Yeah. Put Sliwa at the line. 1:13 left.
And Sliwa goes to the line, and he's automatic.
He's got 4 points so far this evening. First one is good. Cuts the deficit to 9. And cuts it to 8.
24-16, the Saxons are up on the Vikings with 1:06 left in the first half. And now you're seeing the tide turn a little bit, where Brendan Parker turns the ball over. Xavier Williams was defending him, and now the Vikings will have an opportunity to cut this down to 6.
Parker with a chance to grab that ball after it was knocked away. Thought he wasn't the last man to touch it, but he was. So the Schaumburg defense almost able to get another turnover. Foul going up, number 42, Brian Domke. Rhombus picking up the foul.
And a great pass by his teammate, and now they're concentrating on cutting to the basket and trying to establish a higher percentage shot, something down in the post.
It's the first one. That's Rhombus' first point of the evening.
30-second timeout call by the Saxons.
So Schaumburg calling timeout, 45 seconds left. Maybe play for the last shot. We will see what happens here. Marty Manning down there trying to rally his troops again. Break the huddle.
And both of these coaches are great coaches and in their own right. And they know how important a timeout can be as it relates to momentum, their team gaining or maintaining momentum in a game.
And the second one's gone. So 6-point lead for Schaumburg.
And Woodard picked up half court by Peyton Kim. And Schaumburg with good ball movement.
Garrity almost with another travel there, lost his balance. Able to dish the ball off before he got the travel. 15 seconds.
Marquise Woodard with a terrible pass by Rambos, tries to recover and passes it behind the back, like tries to flick it off to Brendan Parker, and it goes out of bounds. And that's the kind of sloppy play that will allow the opposing team to get back in the game.
And as so often happens when you go into the stall working for that last shot, it just slows everything down to a dead stop. And you end up with a turnover and no points.
And Schofstel almost returns the favor, passing it to Sliwa. Sliwa pulls up for a jumper in the paint and misses for the last shot of the first half. And the Saxons are up 24-18 at halftime over the Vikings.
And the Vikings have to be happy about that. They were down by 10 points and they're able to claw back, so they're just down 6.
Well, you got to give the Vikings credit. I mean, from their perspective, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them, look, you played horribly, and you're only down by 6.
That's right.
And so they've overcome bigger deficits than that. So that's not something to even worry about. So they're in a good position.
We'll have to see if Schaumburg's able to keep up the energy level in the second half.
Because they play great defense in the first half. Yeah, definitely.
Have to see if that was adrenaline or something else, because the adrenaline will go away at halftime. So we'll be back in a couple minutes with the second half. Okay, Bruce Anderson, Giles Lorenzi here with you at Schaumburg High School. Schaumburg leading 24-18. So, Giles, what do you think the teams have to do? Schaumburg has to be able to keep up doing what they were doing. What about Fremd?
I think Fremd has to just slow things down, play tough defense, and take what the defense gives you. I mean, don't continue to try to shoot from the outside, especially if the shots are not falling.
So Fremd inbounds the ball. Peyton Kim going to bring it up. Moving into the paint, shoots.
And Benka with a nice soft hook. He backs Brendan Parker down in the paint and turns around with that soft hook. Beautiful shot.
Nice short range shot. Oh, and there's an error by Schaumburg.
Great play by Schafstol with the steal, and then he bounces it off of Demetrius Rambols out of bounds to maintain possession. So the Vikings will maintain possession. Patrick Benka will inbound the ball.
The foul on Rambos before the out of bounds there.
Thank you, Bruce.
Sure, no problem.
And Xavier Williams with a spin around jump shot, no good. Clanks off the rim.
4-point lead. Oh, block, partial block there.
And Parker goes up for the shot. Great rejection by Xavier Williams. And a charge. Xavier Williams is called for the charge. And that's another thing. He was one of the players last week that became so frustrated early on.
And you can see it right now. It's really showing how frustrated he is.
And he's such a talented player. I mean, they need him to be involved in a game and have his head involved in a game in addition to his body. So it's going to be interesting to see how he responds.
He missed the shot last time down, and then the very next play he pulls that foul. So he's going to have to get his head back in the game here.
And Quilico shot off the glass, no good.
Able to back in, but not get the clean shot off. So Fremd only down by 4 here. Trying to drive baseline, gets turned away. So they're going to reload the offense.
And the Vikings look fresh here. Good ball movement, cutting to the basket. Schafstol with 3 for the 3, no good. Brendan Parker brings it up court, going coast to coast, off the glass, and it's good.
That's it.
I guess he wanted to redeem himself from that last shot that was blocked by Williams, so he comes down court aggressively, and great play by Brendan Parker.
That was.
And Xavier Williams comes the other way, and he puts up a shot, and he's fouled by Parker. And they got something going here between Parker and Williams, and this is going to be exciting to watch.
So Schaumburg back up by 6.
2 excellent offensive players.
Williams going to see if he can cut it back to 4. First one is good. And the second one is good. So that's 5 on the night for Williams. They need him to get back into the scoring groove here.
And I would be looking, if I was the Saxons, I would be looking for Brendan Parker. And a foul's called on Xavier Williams.
Under the basket.
Under the basket. Pushing off on Brendan Parker. Well, it's actually against Schafstol.
Good thing Williams didn't need that kind of attention.
Oh, no, not at this point in the game. But nonetheless, he's called for a foul now for a reach in on Brendan, around the back on Brendan Parker. So Xavier Williams will go to the bench, and Sliwa will replace him in the lineup. And he has to settle down a little bit.
He does, and it's a good thing coach taking him. Oh, bad inbound pass. Just put up a lane duck, and it's.
And Benka steals the pass.
That was ugly.
Krasky down low asking for the ball. Goes up, and he's fouled by Brendan Parker. Good, strong move by Kraske, and they definitely need to get him involved in the game.
Kraske shut out so far tonight, looking for his first points.
And he's the type of player that he can rebound and block shots, and he can score and really good down in the low post, but he seems to disappear if he's not involved in the game early on.
First one is good. Cuts the lead to the deficit to 3. And Shu gonna take a seat here. And off the iron, pulled down by number 33, Benka, and he's fouled.
So the shot by Kraske, the free throw, the second free throw, the first one was good, the second one, no good, clanks off the rim. Patrick Benka rebounds, goes up strong, and is fouled, but misses the shot.
And the first one's good. That gives him 5 on the night. Fremd getting something going. Parker gonna take a seat. Travis in his place. And the second one's good. So Schaumburg trying to get something going. They've got a 1-point lead, 26-25. Fremd able to turn the game around.
And the Vikings tightening up defensively.
Short shot there by number 12, Quilico.
And no one rebounded the ball, so the ball went out of bounds, and the Vikings will get possession here.
And they've got a chance to take the lead here. Peyton Kim ball handling, goes up the middle, kicks it back out. Wide open 3, good.
And Schostel for 3. And that'll get the Vikings going.
That's his second field goal. 8 points on the night, and Fremd takes the lead 28-26.
Timeout by Schaumburg, great timeout, great timing. The Vikings have the lead now, 28-26, with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third period.
So Fremd coming out hot, saying, how do you like it, Schaumburg? Give you a taste of your own medicine.
Like I said, early on in the game, the Vikings had them right where they wanted them.
You're right.
And they've shown that they have that poise, and they might get frustrated temporarily, but they rebound. They rebound and they recover quite nicely.
They've certainly stormed back here at the start of the second half.
They got what you call swag. Yeah, they got that swagger, that quiet swagger where they're a tough, fundamentally sound team and they don't crack under pressure.
Well, they may crack, but they don't break.
Come on.
Well, the Vikings back out on the floor. Here comes Schaumburg. So Coach Manning trying to rally his troops. They get the ball in, trailing by 2.
And Schaumburg has Cameron Powell in the game now.
Cutting in toward the basket, nice pass, nice shot.
Quilico with the easy basket, nice shot off the glass.
7 points for Quilico here tonight.
The Vikings with Kraske, Sliwa, Schoftal, Benka, and Peyton Kim on the court.
3-pointer is short.
And Benka with the 3 attempt, no good.
Fremd's got to keep getting into the paint, going for that short shot. Don't want Schaumburg to keep him outside. Driving again to the basket. Oh, can't get it to drop.
And Quilico, I believe, appeared to be fouled going to the basket by Schaufstow, but no call, but misses the layup off the glass. And Peyton Kim for three, and it's good.
Swish.
So that's something that they're confident in. Schaumburg's familiar with Peyton Kim hitting those three-point shots, especially late in the game. And it'll be interesting how they play them from here on out.
That's Kim's first points of the night, giving Fremd the lead back 31-28.
Cameron Powell going to the basket, and
he's rejected.
He's met with rejection. And he fouls Sliwa. Cameron Powell fouls Sliwa driving to the basket, driving baseline, and Sliwa will go to the charity stripe for two.
Section foul number 40, Cameron Powell. Returning for the Saxons, number 45, Demetrius Rhombus, and number 15, Jason Shue.
So Rhombus and Shue come in, and Marquise Woodard, and Charlie Quilico go to the bench. Brendan Parker by the scorer's table, waiting to get back in the game.
Oh, nice block. Intercepted there by 25. Rhombus knocks it away. So Schaumburg with a chance to get back to one or perhaps tie. But they're better off going inside for the high percentage shot. And there's a foul away from the ball.
Banka and Kenny Travis fighting underneath the basket for position. And the foul called on Banka. Non-shooting foul.
Banka with 6 points on the night.
And the Vikings up 31-28 with 2 minutes left in the third period.
The Vikings with one extra team foul at the moment. Oh, bad pass.
And Shue turns the ball over with an errant pass to Kenny Travis.
Tells Travis, I thought you were going to go the other way.
Either that or what happened?
So Fremd with a chance to extend the lead here. Oh, off the foot. Layup, good.
And Schaumburg with the steal, Shue drives the length of the court for the easy basket.
And Shue with 6 points.
Brian Domke trying to get fancy with the dribble, and the ball ricochets off his foot, and it's stolen.
So that pulls Schaumburg back within one, 31-30.
Xavier Williams almost travels at half court.
Oh, nice
Brian
save.
Domke with a nice save to Sliwa. Domke in the paint.
Skyhawk.
Baby hook shot, and it's good.
4 points for Domke tonight.
So the Vikings are up 33-30 with a minute left in the game. Tightly contested ball game here.
A minute left to go in the third. Loses the handle. Number 32.
The Vikings up by 3 after being down 10 at the half. Rhombus for 3, no good. The Vikings go the other way. Sliwa stolen by Brendan Parker. And Parker for 3, off the glass, no good. Woodard, Powell with the rebound, goes up strong and is fouled. Kenny Travis will be called for the foul. And Powell will go to the line.
You don't mind if I climb up here on your back, do you?
Powell has one of those football, safety bodies, like he can play football.
And he thought he was right there.
Oh yeah, he went up strong. He said, if you jump on me, I'm taking you with me.
And he did.
We will dunk you too.
We will dunk you. Or at least get to the line.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see that aggressiveness. If you're going to be fighting for position down low, that's what you got to do when you get the ball. There's no need to kick it back out. Just go up strong. especially when you have the position down low. And that's what he did. He had one thing on his mind, and that was the score.
So Coach Manning had a few words with the ref and then a substitution. Powell is going to sit down. Aaron Klein coming in, and he's going to shoot the 2.
Well, you always want to advocate as a coach and maintain. You want to keep the referees honest. Because if you stay quiet and you don't say anything, then you'll get the short end of the stick most of the time, if not all the time.
Well, we'll see if the substitution works here. Oh, no. Off the back of the rim. Klein with no points. Parker with 11, so you kind of wonder why he got pulled. There's the first one. So the Fremd lead now 2 points, 33-31. Fremd with the ball.
And Jason Kading with the interesting goggles, the 1970 style Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goggles.
Well, if they worked for Jabbar, why not? So Fremd slowing it down here. Putting the brakes on, looking for the last shot. Three-pointer, and it's good.
For 3, and it's good. And he's heating up here in the second half. And the Vikings seem to have found their outside shooting here in the second half.
That 3 gives Sliwa 9 for the night. And a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
So you figure this is a 15-point differential. They were down at the half by 10, and now they're up by 5, 36-31 over Schaumburg.
They were down at 6 at the half.
They were down 6 at the half. Okay, well, 6 at the half. So it's an 11-point differential.
Yep.
Or swing, if you will.
Fremd giving Schaumburg a taste of their own medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Fremd with the intensity coming out in the second half. Schaumburg just not able to get it going. They may have used themselves up in the first half. And it was an excellent first half, but you need to be able to go the whole game. See, the huddles have changed. The first half, Fremd was kind of in an uproar, and now Coach Manning having a few intense words to say. Teams back out on the court to start the fourth period. Schaumburg chasing 5.
And Schaumburg comes out with Woodard, Parker, Rushing, Shue, and Rambos. And the Vikings counter with Domke, Schoftel, Sliwa, Klasky, and Xavier Williams.
Tries to put in a running shot that just lips out. Kind of an awkward looking shot. So Fremd back on the offensive.
Sliwa thought about taking the 3 there. Schoftel for 3, and it's
good.
I think we've seen this before quite a few times already, huh, Bruce?
Yes, we have. That's 3 field goals for Schoftel. He started out hot and then faded out in the middle, and it appears he's getting his shot back.
And I don't believe Woodard has scored in this game so far.
Short by Rushing. We haven't heard a lot from this game. So 8-point lead for Fremd. Tries the baseline, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound and puts it in.
And there's no way he should have been able to drive the basket, put up the shot, miss off the glass, get his own rebound and put it right back up. Xavier Williams did for the Vikings. I mean, someone's not boxing out.
Three-pointer, no good. 32, Brendan Parker.
And the ball's out on Schaumburg. Brendan Parker tried to save it, but
tried to get his own rebound.
And the Vikings will have possession here.
Schaumburg trying for the long distance shot now.
So Kraske inbounds. So Williams, who will bring the ball up the court, guarded by Brendan Parker.
Fremd now playing keep away. They figure we're up by 10. We'll try to eat the clock. Well, Parker almost lost the handle on that one.
And Patrick Benka drives to the basket, and before he can even get going, he's fouled by Jason Shue.
So Shue gonna sit down.
And replaced by Brandon Gallagher, number 11 for Schaumburg.
So we'll see what Gallagher's got. Baseline, can't get it to go. Schaumburg bringing it back. Still trailing by 10, puts up the 3, long distance, no. Oh, I can't believe that. That one looked like it was off on Parker. I'm sorry, on Williams. But it's Fremd ball. Fremd looking to inbound it here. Kraske gets it in. Schaufstall going to bring it up for the Vikings.
And the Vikings with the lead, 41-31 with 5:27 to go in the fourth period.
And Schaumburg just not able to get anything going here.
Schaumburg wasn't able, or they're not able to maintain that defensive intensity they had in the first half.
Deep underneath the bat. Oh, able to get it up and
Williams
in.
from behind the basket in an awkward shot. Turns his body like a pretzel underneath behind the basket and makes that shot. I don't know how he made that shot.
I don't know. I didn't think he had a chance. He was in so deep under there.
But they haven't had an answer for Xavier Williams in the second half.
No.
They have not been able to guard him.
Williams has his composure back, and he's making good use of it.
Well, he's a very athletic player, and he can do so many things. He's such a threat, with or without the ball.
Okay, the team's coming back out on the floor. 4:54 left to go. Schaumburg now chasing 12 points, 43-31. And they have got to get it together, and they've got to do it quick.
It's going to be tough for Schaumburg to make up this deficit.
Oh, air ball.
Rambos with the air ball save.
Wow.
By Schaumburg. And he drives to the basket again, and this will be an interesting call. And he's fouled by Kraske. And Rambos will go to the line.
Great hustle there by Schaumburg.
It's good to see that intensity and to see that the effort's there.
It is. I thought that ball was gone out of bounds, but Schaumburg able to save it and get to the line.
Brandon Gallagher with a great save.
Rambos with the first of two. Two for two, cuts the deficit to 10. 6 points on the evening for Rambos.
Down to a 10-point lead, 43-33.
Almost with a steal on
Vikings.
Kim there.
And the Vikings are smart enough to know that if they don't have a good shot, all they have to do is play keep away. With a 10-point lead, 4 minutes to go.
There's a foul.
And Schafstel is fouled going to the basket. And he's someone who, if you're the opposing team, you don't want to see him on the free throw line.
He's hit mostly threes. We'll see how he does from closer up. 3 threes and 2 free throws. First is good. Makes the second one, extends the lead to 12.
So it's back up to 12. The Vikings up by 12. Schafstel extends the lead with the 2 free throws. And Schafstel will come out the game. Replaced by Patrick Benka. Woodard for 3. Bounces off the rim, no good.
Fremd able to force those low percentage shots.
And Sliwa goes to the basket and he's swatted by Kenny Travis.
Travis put him down hard.
Kenny Travis, Sliwa's driving to the basket and looked like he had a clear view to the basket, but out of nowhere, Kenny Travis just met him at the rim. Swatted it.
That's 10 points now for Sliwa.
Kenny Travis called for the foul. Sliwa hits the first free throw here. Rushing and Rambos leave the game for Schaumburg, replaced by Brendan Parker and Shue.
And good on both of them.
And Kenny Travis and Patrick Brenka almost comes to blow here, come to blows, and it's getting really physical under the basket.
You see the frustration rising now on Schaumburg.
As they elbow one another. And it seems like where the Vikings were becoming frustrated and coming apart at the seams in the first half, now you see that's what's happening to the Schaumburg Saxons.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The game has just turned around 180 degrees.
The tide has turned, definitely. And you have to maintain your composure in these games. But Patrick Benka not backing down from Kenny Travis.
But he's going to sit down for Schafstel. Calling both coaches over, saying, we don't want any fisticuffs here. This isn't hockey, guys.
Double technical fouls being called on Viking number 33, Patrick Benka, and Saxon number 34, Kenny Travis.
So both teams with a little time to cool off there.
Kenny Travis at 6'5", 200 pounds. And Patrick Benka, 6'7", 180 pounds. It's almost like the tail of the tape, right? For your middleweight matchup, let's get ready to rumble.
Now the waving off the basket. Foul before the shot. 23, Xavier Williams called for that. So down by 14. First one's good. So we'll give him another one. First point of the night for Brandon Gallia.
Back for the Saxons, number 12, Charlie Quilco.
So Kenny Travis going to take a seat.
Replaced by Quillico.
Oh, and that went off the iron, but looks like maybe a little shoving foul there.
And Brendan Parker with the hustle for the loose ball is fouled by Ryan Kraske. And Parker will go to the line to shoot two. The Vikings up 47-34 in the fourth period.
Iron. No good.
Sliwa double teamed.
Able to break through.
Passes to Peyton Kim to Kraske underneath. And there's a foul called here. It's going to be interesting to see who the foul is on, but Kraske will go to the line.
Saxon foul number 15, Jason Shue.
And Jason Shue called for the foul.
Shue doing his best Superman impression there. Just didn't have the cape, wasn't able to stay airborne.
He's outweighed by Ryan Kraske, and he's got to do what he's got to do.
So Kraske just doubles his scoring total for the night. That gives him 2. Kraske, the 6'4", 190-pound freshman, gets another one. So 3 on the night for Kraske. Oh, sorry, he's a senior.
Shue goes up for the 3 and is rejected by Sliwa. But I believe a foul's called on number 4, Sliwa. And Jason Shue will go to the line.
My apologies to Ryan Kraske. Looked down and saw the F for forward and said freshman. First one's good. Shue. 7 points on the night. Trailing by 14 here, 35-49.
And Bank
Second one is good.
Bank at the scorer's table. Oh, he comes back in the game, and Kraske will come out, go to the bench.
So 13-point deficit now. All 3 of them good.
And the Schaumburg Saxons trapping here. They'll trap the ball.
Timeout called by Fremd.
Good timeout. Good timeout by the Vikings. You want to make sure that your team doesn't lose their poise. Being up 12 points with 2:56 to go, with the Saxons trapping, you want to make sure that you take care of the ball. I mean, there's no rush. There's no rush to score. And the Saxons have to foul. So you're in the driver's seat. You just got to maintain your composure if you're the Vikings.
Fremd with a lot of points to give here in the final 3 minutes. They just got to keep the game slow. Coach Manning with some intensity down there in the huddle, trying to get his boys back in sync. .256 left. Sliwa gets the ball in to Kim.
And the Vikings
lose the ball.
They
Double team works.
Patrick Benka turns it over. Jason Shue with the steal for the Saxons. Rombo's drive to the basket. Oh, and it's good.
Oh, slam dunk.
And the Vikings with the long football pass, and Benka slams it home with the dunk. I think it's the first dunk in the game.
It is. 3-point attempt off the iron, no good. Rombos can't get it to fall.
And Peyton fouled by Brendan Parker. And the Saxons can sense the defeat here. You can just see it written all over their faces. Yep. Down 51-39 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game.
Schaumburg just not able to maintain what they had going there in the first half. No more stifling defense. And Fremd able to get in, get some of the close range, high quality shots. Oh, that one clangs off.
The Saxons are able to put together 2 good quarters, and it's usually the first 2 quarters, but they're not a second half team. And they usually come out flat in the second half, and they got to become more consistent.
Kim only with 3 points tonight, that one field goal that he got. And there he makes it 4. Woodard kicks it out. Wide open look.
Quillico with the 3 for the Saxons. And he cuts that lead down to 10. So the Vikings up 52-42. With 1:55 left, Sliwa drives to the basket with the easy shot. And that's what happens when you gamble on defense like that. You're prone to give up easy shots, easy baskets.
Another 3 rims out, but able to come down with the rebound is Parker.
And Schaumburg scrambling, trying to find somebody outside to take a 3-point shot. Shue
Again
with the
off
miss.
The iron. And somehow Schaumburg able to come up with that ball. Must have been touched out of bounds by Fremd.
And it sounds like the chant the crowd is chanting "too legit to quit."
Oh, good hustle.
Brendan Parker with the second effort there, and he gets the basket and the lead.
13 on the night.
54-44, Vikings up. And all the Vikings have to do now is play keep away, and the Saxons have to foul.
And there it is. Parker reaching in.
And it's pure frustration now. It looks like, I mean, the Saxons had an opportunity. They could have capitalized with the win tonight.
Yep.
They had an early 10-point lead in the first half, and at halftime they were up by 6, but they came out flat in the second half.
They did. That's 5 on Parker, and he's going to take a seat, replaced by Gallagher. First one good for Sliwa. That's 5 free throws tonight. Makes it an 11-point margin. And the second one bounces in. So 6 free throws for Sliwa. Woodard spinning, shot can't fall, jump ball. Believe the arrow is in Fremd's. Yep, it's going to be Fremd's ball. They get the possession arrow. Schaumburg calls timeout, chasing 12 with 48 seconds left to play. So again, Schaumburg coming out strong to start the game, just not able to maintain it.
Yeah, I think that basketball, and just like in any sport, it's good to be athletic, and it's good to be fast, and it's good to be able to jump. But the mental aspect of the game, having poise and being consistent and maintaining that intensity is so important. And that's a quality that they're struggling with right now. They're struggling with their identity and with that consistency that they need to play a complete game.
Now it's hard to maintain that intensity for the full game. But they've got something to build with here in the future.
Well, they have talent. They play well together. They know they can compete with anybody. They just have to maintain that.
Wide open underneath, Benka for 2.
And as the clock ticks down, Benka knocks it out of bounds.
Benka with 10 points tonight.
And 28.1 seconds left in the game. 58-44, Vikings on top here. Wilco fakes the 3, then he takes it, rims out. Xavier Williams with the rebound, and he's fouled by Rambos, and he'll go to the line. Shoot 2.
16.5 seconds left.
And this is what you call the slow death.
Yes, it is. The death of a million free throws.
We know we're dying, but we want to try to drag this along as much as possible.
The only way to get back in is to foul and hope they miss. And Fremd hasn't been missing.
No, they're an excellent free throw shooting ball club.
Williams has it rim off.
Maybe I spoke too soon. Xavier Williams has missed the free throw.
I think we just jinxed him. So James Catting in.
And this is going to do nothing but build the confidence of the Vikings to be able to play as poorly as they did in the first half and come back and win so convincingly the way they have tonight, or the way they will tonight. We don't want to assume, but it's almost guaranteed when you have a 59-44 lead with 16.5 seconds left in the game.
Yes.
James Kading with the rebound. And the Vikings will just let the seconds tick off the clock as the game ends. And the Vikings come away with the victory here, 59-44 against the Schaumburg Saxons in Schaumburg.
The tale of 2 halves. Schaumburg able to run out to an early 12-point lead, couldn't maintain it, led by 6 at the half, and then just watched the lead go away in the second half here.
Well, we wanted to see how Fremd, the Vikings, were going to rebound after that 42-30 shellacking that they took at the hands of the Conan Cougars last week, and our question's been answered. They responded like we thought they would. They're a poised bunch. It was uncharacteristic of the way they played last week, without any poise, and they seemed to get frustrated and lost that game, but they've redeemed themselves tonight with this victory, this 59-44 victory here over the Schaumburg Saxons.
They did. Fremd lost their poise in the first half, was able to get it back in the second and keep it.
And Schaumburg can definitely build off this loss. If there's a moral loss, anything to gain from this loss, at least they know that they can compete, but they have to become a little more consistent.
So Fremd able to hang in there, at least close to the lead for the MSL West. It'll be interesting to see how it finishes out. There were 3 teams at 4-2 coming into the night. We'll have to see where it ends up. Well, again, the final, Fremd 59, Schaumburg 44.